The Celebration Bowl ratings are out and they are huge. They are really, really good. We're going to talk about it right after the bumper. Stay tuned. What's good people? My name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, the Celebration Bowl played between South Carolina State and Jackson State. The ratings have come out, and they were really, really good. I'm going to be reading to you all from my good friends over at HBCU Gameday and Stephen J. Gaither. It says, we already knew the Celebration Bowl would break attendance records because, it sold out for the first time. Over 50,000 were in the building. But TV ratings are now out for the game as well. The game saw its third biggest TV audience ever in terms of television rating and its second largest viewership when South Carolina knocked off highly favored Jackson State 31-10. According to Showbuzz Daily, the game received a rating of 1.61 and had 2.5 million people tune in to see the game. These numbers were third behind the Independence Bowl between UAB and BYU and the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl featuring Utah State and Oregon State. Let me skip down a little bit and let's talk for comparison. The 2019 Celebration Bowl had a 1.23 and only 1.8 million viewers tuned in to see North Carolina A&T versus Alcorn in a shootout. The 2018 game between North Carolina A&T and Alcorn held a 1.61 rating and had 2.35 million views. The 2017 game between North Carolina A&T and Grambling had a 1.5 rating and 2.36 million viewers. And the 2016 Celebration Bowl between Grambling and North Carolina Central had a rating of 1.83 and 2.71 million viewers. The most watched game in history, the inaugural game between North Carolina A&T and Alcorn, remains the highest rating with 1.89 and 2.5 million viewers. So I can't tell you exactly how the difference between the rating and the viewers, but the most watched game of the Celebration Bowl history is the 2016 game that had 2.7 million viewers. This game had 2.59, so it comes in as the second most watched game at 2.59. The 2016 had 2.7, and so it's not the highest rated game, but you also have to think the inaugural game is the inaugural game, and it was pretty good. This game was a blowout. Typically, your higher ratings and your better viewership comes if the game is tight to the end or is competitive throughout. South Carolina State in the second half, particularly in the second half, kind of ran away with the game, and so it was a blowout. But this is really, really good because it lets me know, and it should let you know, that the trajectory of the game is going up. As we've seen, the viewers were down in 2019, the last time they played it. It was only at 1.8 million. So the luster of the Celebration Bowl had been lost. People had kind of tuned out. People weren't really checking for it. And then you go from 1.8 in 2019 to 2.59 in 2021 during the midst of a pandemic. That's pretty freaking good. I think that's really good. You get your second highest viewed game, viewership-wise, in the history of the Celebration Bowl. And I think next year, you break it, especially if you can get a competitive game, whether it's South Carolina State returning to the game, Jackson State returning to the game, maybe we see Grambling, maybe we see someone from the MEAC come and upset South Carolina State. I think this game, FAMU's got a lot, talking a whole lot. And I know their fans travel. I know we'll have better attendance. And I know the viewership, especially if the game is competitive, will be even higher. This is something that everyone that was a part of this, whether you watched it, whether you attended it, whether you just talked about it, should be proud of yourself, because this lets me know the trajectory of HBCU sports, particularly on the football field, is up. People are tuned in. People are excited. People want to know what's going on. People want to know these players. People want to know these coaches. People want to see their alma mater in some cases, or just the HBCUs in other cases, thrive. They want to see them do good. They want to see them go out there, and they want to support. So we have to continue to support, because you got to remember, these schools are only as good as our monetary support takes them, period. These schools are only going to be as good as our monetary support takes them. And Jackson State getting a guy like Travis Hunter, I know media credentials at that school in particular is going to go through the roof. Grambling going out there hiring a former NFL coach with over 30 years of NFL experience. I know their season tickets. I know their credential ratings. I know their media availability. All of those things are going to go through the roof. That's just how this game works. That's how these things work. So it's going to be great to see the thriving, not just of the SWAC, but the MEAC and all HBCU football programs continue to build on the momentum that is there. It's not just, we don't want to make it a moment. We want to make it a movement. My name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. with the Black Boss channel. You can follow my YouTube, Jeff Lightsy Jr. on YouTube. That is Jeff Lightsy Jr. on YouTube. On Instagram and Twitter, it is at JLightsy7. Both Instagram and Twitter is at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Peace.